Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've been here on YouTube and I had a good reason. I was moving and I could have been filming and uploading all of these videos in real time, but I thought it was much better on my mind to just film as I went, and then maybe later on, once everything was settled, then I can start posting again on YouTube. And here's the time has come. As you guys can see, I am in my new home and I've been here now, I think almost 3 weeks, but it just feels fantastic. Kayla and I absolutely love it here, and I promise you in the next coming videos, I'll be showing you more of it. But for the first video back, I thought it was important to just kind of say hi and get you guys acquainted with just a few little spots in my home. I'm saying hello to you guys from my breakfast nook, which is right off of the kitchen, and through those doors is my studio, which is attached to my house. And I've done a few things studio-wise since living here, and I can tell you it's so much more convenient to be able to step through a door and be in my studio rather than walking down a set of steps and into a completely separate space that was often pretty cold. Thank everybody for their patience, for your encouraging and kind words. I read all of your messages on Instagram and here on YouTube and the emails. It feels really good that you guys are so eager to get more content from me, because I do plan on uploading not just videos like I always have, but definitely at a more frequent rate, because I have a lot to talk to you guys about. I have a lot to show you. I'm setting up my business again, so I'm going to be doing a lot of soap making, a lot of restocking of my current product line, and some extra things for Christmas in hopes of relaunching by December 1st. Whether or not I actually reach that goal, we'll see, but that's what I'm aiming for right now. And I have gotten this question a few times now. Yes, I will be doing vlogmas. I thought it was very exciting to be in a new space, because not only do I have a lot of things that I need to do for my business and in my studio, but for this house itself. Kayla and I, we fell in love with this home, but it wasn't exactly move-in ready, so there were definitely a ton of things that we have done to it and things that we plan to do in the future, which I think would make for really, really great content. But as it is right now, I'm just so happy to be back, and I just want to dive right back into it. Moving here has been such a whirlwind. There has been countless things to do. It's been kind of tough trying to find time for everything, so I'm kind of amazed how well it's all coming together. We've even been able to start receiving mail and packages again, like this package sent to me from Munbin. They've sent me their new 402 Bluetooth label printer, and I was super excited to unbox it all and set it up. But first, I had the strong itch to make soap, so that's what I did first. This was my very first soap in this house, so I wanted it to be a special one. Because Christmas is around the corner, I thought it would be the perfect time to make candy cane soap in some amazing Christmas colors. I used candy cane fragrance oil from Village Craft and Candle, which not only smells amazing, but also did not contain any vanilla content, which meant I could make a soap with as wild a palette as I wanted to without worrying about it discoloring over time. And that's what I did. I wanted to not only use the typical green and red, but I wanted to add some lighter green and pink accents too. I wanted a white base, so I used some titanium dioxide to get the white part of the soap as white as I could get it. I know I said that this fragrance oil smells amazing and is vanilla free, but after soaping with it, this fragrance oil also behaves beautifully. With soap making using new fragrances, it's always a risk that the fragrance oil will cause soap to harden much faster than you want it to, but this fragrance oil soaped like a dream. I had plenty of time to not only get all of my colors in, but to also add some swirls. And with my first soap in my new house complete, I was ready to tackle setting up that new printer. And this little guy offers a lot of benefits. There's an easy, quick, and simple installation process for multiple platforms, so if you're not tech savvy, then you'll really like this setup. There's an auto-detect sizing feature for labels, as well as over 1,000 label templates on their mobile app if you struggle with label design. I've loved all of my Munbin printers, which I use for my shipping labels and branding stickers for my packaging. These guys are thermal as well, so I don't spend any money on ink, and I've yet to experience a paper jam, so there's very little paper wastage. If you're new to Munbin, they have a 24-month worry-free warranty, which is double the length of most brands. And not only have they updated their machine, but also their web editor to support wireless printing for macOS and Windows. So I just started cutting into the peppermint candy cane soap, and the first loaf that I cut into I'm very pleased with, so I'm excited to cut into more of them. But the whole soap making process in this particular studio has been so much more pleasant than any other studio that I've ever been in, and that probably has to do with the fact that the space is heated just like the rest of my house, and the power is just like the rest of my house, so I'm not dealing with stuff shutting off because I've overloaded the breaker. And if I forget something, it's just a quick few paces into the next room, and then I've got the thing that I've forgotten. Whereas in the lake house, it was up and down those stairs, and it was very frustrating overall. So the experience of making stuff here, 1,000 times better than where I came from. For those wondering, I'm using Winston & Walter molds for my soap making, and I've used these for years. Love these molds. I think I'll use these for the rest of my soap making career. Because I've tried other brands, but nothing compares to these guys. I love them so much. Because they make unmolding the soap so easy. This is the very next day, and I have gorgeously hard soap. So that's fantastic. I promise you guys I will show you more of the studio. I will give you a full tour. I will talk about how I set it up. I have footage of all of that, but that's gonna come later. I really did want my first video coming back to be a soap making video. And with Christmas just around the corner, this was the perfect soap for it. And I'm really glad that the fragrance oil that I used, which is Village Craft and Candles Candy Cane, behaved so well. And I've made this candy cane soap is also my soap of the month soap. So I'm excited to send these to my soap of the monthers and also my Golden Bubble patrons, and any leftover I will put up on the site, which I mentioned earlier on in this video, should be up by December 2nd, which is a Monday. I'm gonna bring you guys closer. I will also in later videos go into this house and why Kayla and I chose this house. The whole process in getting this house was not the smoothest of journeys, so I think you guys will be interested in hearing about that. But at the end of the day, we are so happy to be here. We are so close to Kale's parents, and we are in a neighborhood that we have always wanted to live in. These swirls look gorgeous, by the way. They look like Christmas butterflies. And this beautiful design is going to stay this color because the candy cane fragrance oil that I used has no vanilla content in it. Wow, this swirl turned out beautiful. So it's not going to brown. It's going to stay this gorgeous Christmassy white, red, and green, and some pink. So what can you guys expect from this channel moving forward? Well, definitely the soap making stuff. I will never stop making soap making videos and other type of skincare formulation type videos and videos about my small business. That will keep going, but I will also show you my home and how I'm going to be turning this house into a home through how I decorate it and how I have organization solutions. I'll take you guys on that journey with me because not only is this a really cool house, but it's also on some really cool acreage as well, which Kale is really excited about because he thinks he's wanting to take on some livestock. He is thinking about sheep. He's thinking about chickens. He's thinking about possibly a cow. So we'll see if any of that becomes reality. I know a lot of the people that watch me have small farms, and some of you even have big farms. So I'm sure I will get a ton of advice in the comments, which I happily accept. Please don't hesitate to let me know what's on your mind in the comments below. But Kale and I would be coming at it from complete amateurs, a complete amateur perspective. Maybe beginner is probably the better word for it. And don't worry, I will show you the grounds of this place. I'll take you on a complete house tour. That's all coming. Remember, I have committed to vlogmas, so that's gonna be daily content throughout the month of December. I'm really excited about doing vlogmas. I know I wasn't sure about it a couple months ago, but moves are so exciting. Yes, they can be incredibly stressful, and this one was very stressful. But it's also a great way to get you guys familiar with the new space, with the new home, and also the new products that I plan on launching. Because of how little time I have, these candy cane soaps will be the only Christmas soaps that I plan to launch alongside of the rest of my line. So there'll be a very limited number of them. But I do plan on restocking my soaps in the next week or so, as well as lotions, bath bombs, and if I get to them, scrubs and shampoos, although I'm not too sure if I'll get to that. I'm trying to be more realistic when it comes to scheduling my stuff out. I often overpromise and undersell. So I'm trying to be cautious about that whole thing. And as for an upload schedule, to warm you guys up for Vlogmas, I do plan on returning to the 2 video a week upload schedule. With everything going on, I just think that it's better for me because of all the things happening. I want to reach for my camera, I want to film it, and then I just have all this content, but no video to put up. So I will absolutely be planning more videos and pumping them out. I love how these soaps turned out. I'm so proud of them. Kayla's putting together my curing baker shelves as we speak. I will probably be curing my soaps in the garage for now until we find a better solution. But they'll be happy in there. It's a insulated space, dark, lots of air circulation with a dehumidifier running just to help get these soaps nice and hard. And that's the last one right here. Will the camera focus on it? So here it is, my first soaps that I've made in my new house. I'm so proud of myself. I'm really happy that I jumped into it. I actually wasn't planning on making these so soon, but with the studio set up the way it is, with it being so close to my home, it was so easy to just jump back into it and get soaping again. And I am so excited to keep doing it and keep making and keep sharing with you guys. Thank you so much for your patience, especially these guys, my Bubble BFFs. These are my patrons, and if you're curious about what my Patreon is, that is where I have all of my recipes, including the recipe and steps for this soap over here, this candy cane soap, and it will have all the materials that I used and all the suppliers that I used. So go ahead and check that out if you want to. It is also a place where you can message me and ask me any question, and it's the place where you will get a guaranteed answer from me. With everything going on, it's really hard to keep up with comments and questions on YouTube, Instagram, and other platforms. So if you have a question that you must have me answer, that's the place to do it. But that is the video for today. It also feels so great to be filming again and sharing with you guys. Thank you so much to Munbin for sending me that printer. And if you're curious about that, there is a link to that down below as well. I'm also excited to show you in later videos how I use those sparkly Christmas labels in my packaging and in my shipping process to give my products that special Christmas touch. So stay tuned for that. But until those next videos, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and keep making beautiful things like gorgeous candy cane Christmas soap. And I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.